Here we are. Right now. We're live. Alrighty guys, so welcome to the stream, and tonight I'm gonna be editing photos in Lightroom. I got it on. Hold on. Probably doesn't look the best. Anyways, today I'm editing photos in Lightroom. So if you guys are interested in sending me your photo so I can edit it live on stream, so that way it can live here forever on my channel, be sure to send it to NiiceChrisMedia@gmail.com. There is a not a link but there is a text below that shows NiiceChrisMedia@gmail.com. The nice has two I's in it. That's the secret. Two I's in nice. NiiCE Chris media@gmail.com. So let's go and get to this. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for popping on here when you can. And let's get straight to editing. I think it is this button. Let's make that happen. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's this one. This one? Oh, there we go. There we go. Sorry about that. So here we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great, great. So, suggestion. Okay, whatever. Let's just get straight to this. Sorry about all this. So this is the Xbox controller I have. I took this picture like a little bit ago. None of these photos I like intended to like look good. It's just like random kind of stuff that I have. Definitely could have probably. What's the video? But I definitely could have probably cleaned up a little bit. Like this, you can see the dust still, so not too worried about it. Just kind of want to capture, chill. See if we can make that happen there. Nah. See, I should have cleaned it. But I didn't think anything of it, you know. I was just like, whatever, let's just do this. So, alrighty, let's get started. So, I'm going to get started with my exposure. And if you guys have something similar to this photo, you could also do it with me. Hold on, sorry. Whew. I don't know what kind of yawn that was, but it was dope. All right. So, yeah, if you guys have Lightroom, make sure to edit with me. If not, then that's okay. You can just see how I do these, but my exposure right here, I'm just gonna kind of bring it up a little bit, and I'll show you exactly why I'm going to bring that up here pretty soon. I used to like dark images and really cool images, and cool is just like very blue. I've learned a lot, right? That's probably not always the best route to go, so you'll see what I'm about to do. I'm kind of bringing up a little bit because you can see when I do this area over here is brightening and lowering, right? This is our highlights. So I could bring down the highlights, or I can make it kind of seem like there's some sun hitting it. I kind of like a little bit of that, so I'm gonna bring it down to here. Shadows, I don't think we gotta mess with shadows, just because I think it's good in general. So I'll bring this back to 0 or 2, whatever. It doesn't really matter too much right now. Oh man, I am not tired. I promise I'm not tired. All right, let's take our blacks and let's kind of actually bring down the blacks a little bit, right? Just a little bit, just a hair. So this is what I'm talking about. I used to like photos kind of like this, right? But it actually looks cold, and this isn't like a cold room, you know. It's actually warm in here, so does it make sense that it's that cool? Doesn't make sense that it's this warm. That just looks old. One thing I like about Lightroom, there is Lightroom Classic. I'm using just regular Lightroom. I think you could do this on the mobile app as well with this one. But okay, there's something wrong. Is there like a record for yawning? Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm keeping it where it tells me to, because Lightroom likes to tell you where to put things sometimes, and that's where I'm at with that. And look at that. It's an ad. Get out of here, ad. I'm gonna kind of bring up the vibrance. Actually, I'm gonna save the vibrance for very last, and I'll tell you why here pretty soon. Because actually, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna find the color of this controller, which I think is this one, or this is the X on the Xbox. See that? We want that blue to kind of stand out. Just kind of brighten up the color. There we go. Make it stick out. It was kind of blending in too much, so that's why I made it a little bit brighter. The controller, this only does all the blues, so that's what I'm doing right here, is all the blues. So everything blue, see that? It's going to show up. I want to brighten it a little bit. Just a little bit. It's crazy. I could turn this purple. Isn't that insane? I could literally turn this controller purple. I could turn it to more like an aqua green. But it is a blue controller. I want it to seem a little bit blue, but I'm going to bring it right about here. Just +7, just barely touching it. This orange setting is mainly your browns, mainly because sometimes it won't always show a brown color, but this is more of an orange tint anyways. I won't be surprised if the B and the Y, maybe a little bit of the A will kind of get touched here pretty soon. Yeah, the B, not too much of the A and Y, but yeah, the saturation, you could do, you know, if you want to bring like an oldie kind of style, you could bring it down. We of course want to show the color here, so man, melatonin needs to sponsor me or something. I think this is like the perfect time. Damn, always yawning. Anyways, I don't want it too orange. It just looks like someone put snot on the table, so let's not have that. Let's do this, and let's kind of see what we could do with the backdrop. That's more green. This is more brown. The more you go towards the red hue. So let's bring it like right here. So I'm trying to make sure that this is like a brown wood table, because that's what I have right here. It's a nice brown wood table. And then let's bring down that luminance a little bit. All right, let's go to our reds finally. This is going to show more of the table in that B right there. So whatever I do here, you're going to see, actually it's only the B. Okay, I'm surprised. That kind of caught me by shocker right there. But it's okay. Let's see. Let's kind of brighten that button too a little bit. Alrighty, so now all my buttons are kind of like highlighted. Now, what I'm going to do is go down to the texture. So that way I can bring up the texture. Wow, look how... Texture, of course, is just like the texture. Like, do you want to smooth out the whole thing? Like, did you kind of already take like a blurry photo and you need to enhance it a little bit? Texture can help, but if you do it too much, this in clarity, it can make people's skin and objects not look as good. But again, also with texture and clarity, it is best to use on objects that need to show texture, but you don't really want to show someone's skin texture because not everyone is blessed with like the beautiful skin. And like me, for instance, I got a bunch of pores here. I got some wrinkles. So if you were to saturate my face, it wouldn't look the best and it would just really look bad. So you don't really want to do texture too much. The Rock, I know, does a lot of texture and like kind of clarity with his photos. So if you guys see the Rock's photos, you'll see that he does a lot of that kind of like really contrasty, lower saturation, high clarity, high texturized kind of photos, which isn't wrong. That's his style. But this is the Xbox controller with some dust on it. So we're trying to make sure that we can show some of the texture here. Just bring it up just a little bit. And then let's do clarity. Yeah, we don't really need it to go that high. Barely touched. Dehaze is my favorite option. This is gonna work magic. You see how kind of hazy this is? It's very it's taking away from the controller. I see so much light here. There's so much brown over here. The blue isn't as in focus over here, but this mainly is. I want this to be my focus. So I'm gonna do, after this ad plays and I skip, there we go. I'm going to take the dehaze. Oh, never mind. You know what? For this photo, not every photo you can do this on, but some of the photos I do can help. It still helped, by the way. Look at, Let's just bring it down a little bit though. It doesn't need that much. All right. Of course, the vignette can always help. You know, let's use some of that. Let's lose some of that right there. We don't really need to sharpen too much now because I want the center point to be this. So what I'm gonna do once I figure it out, you can choose your aspect ratio so that way it never changes. So if I'm gonna post this on as like a YouTube thumbnail, 16:9 is usually the YouTube thumbnail. So I could just do this. Then kind of like center point. Actually, it's not center it too much. Let's just do something like this. Let's just hit back. Yeah, like I said, it's whatever. It's not like the craziest photo, but let's bring it kind of back out a little bit. Let's kind of see what we can do here. There we go. Then there. So now you see this photo and you're like, oh, cool, it looks the same. Honestly, it doesn't. So check this out. This is before. This is the raw image, right? And this is the best thing I like about editing, and especially what I like about these types of editing. It's very simple. You move up little things, you move down a little bit, and then bam. It just looks more epic. It looks more like I'm gonna post this. Now, I'm not saying this is like the best photo on earth, but what I'm trying to say is it's good. It's better than this. This looks dull. You see, it's kind of like, it's just so dim, right? It looks good, but now, bam. These ads definitely love playing. I'm trying to make sure. There we go. So let's move on to the next one. The pod mic. Now, if I want to use this preset, Control C, go over here, Control V. It looks pretty dope because it looks like a natural wood tone, which is what I tried to go for here, but because it had more light on it compared to this, and we can stick with this, but let's just undo, Control Z that, Control Z. Here. Okay, basic settings. Like I said, Lightroom always does this for you. It always kind of brings down this. Now you can do it auto or whatever, but let's just do it as shot. I shot at 5500 Kelvin, so it's gonna kind of give me that kind of tone. So it already knows to bring it down for me, so that's pretty good. But what I'm gonna do is when I work with this, I like to always bring up the saturation, you know, because I can always bring it down later on. Contrast, I do want it to be a little more contrasted. Highlights, I don't need, you see how bright the box is right here? This is bright. It's like +1, right? 0. It's kind of bright. I want to bring it down just a little bit. People might not want to do this, but I do. Because now I can bring it all up, but not too much. See, too bright, too dim. Just bring it up just a little bit. You're probably asking, why would you bring it up if you just brought it down? Just wait. Just wait. All right. Let's go to texture right now. Bring it up a little bit. Okay. Nothing's happening. Go with orange. There we go. There we go. Make like a red cherry oak. We also brighten the table. All right, let's go also. That's pretty much it. You take the vibrancy and you can bring it up a little bit too to make it come more alive. And that's pretty much it. So now, before, after, before, after. You can see the texture in the table now too. So that way the table always shows right here. And it's that easy. Bam. Nice. Let me just... I'm about to get YouTube Premium for this one again. Damn. Anyways. Before, after. Simple as that. Let's move on. Alrighty. I shot this randomly. I don't think it's even in focus really. Maybe a little bit of it is. That's all out of focus. I shot it with the 1.8 and I was holding it. I don't think my frame was too high, but you know, you live and you learn. But I think it mainly caught up here. I think I was trying to focus up there more. So let's bring that exposure up. It already looks better. And there's nothing wrong with blurry photos, by the way. You just don't always want to take them. You know what I mean? You don't always want to take those. Let's bring the highlights down a little bit. It's a little bit too much. Bring that back shadow a little bit lower. Brighten the greens a little, right there. All right, let's go straight to the yellows, because I think it's more of like a yellow tone. I was right. I can make this look like asparagus or like it's dead. Let's kind of shoot in between, like right here. +6, not really too high. All right, now let's go to the greens. Touch that up just a little bit, saturation just a little bit. Okay. Vibrance just a little bit. Let's bring down the coolness of it. Actually, let's make it a little bit warmer. Okay. This is where you might want to use texture. If you have a blurry image, bring up that texture. And then dehaze.
Attention fashionistas. The Salvation Army thrift stores are now stocked up with brand names that have been hiding in closets.
Lower that.
Spring and summer. Be among the first to discover rare gems, fashion treasures.
Every song has it. I just want one long one. Come on. Yeah, we're... All right. Now, let's see. Does this look the same? Oh, it's better. Before, after. Before, after. I love this. It looks good. Brought out the color, enhanced it, made it look better. You can see more of that that jar that's holding it. You could tell that in this photo it's blurry. In this photo, you can kind of see the dimensions with the lights hitting. Not the best photo, but it works and it looks good. So let's move on. I don't really like this one. This one could work. No. That might work a little bit better. And that one. So let's start with this one. Now this image is going to be interesting because it's going to be very it's very dark image. So I already know to bring that exposure up. Oh, there we go. Brings the table a little bit more right there. A little bit of contrast. Bring down the highlight a little bit. Do we up the shadows or we lower the shadows? Just for branding, let's kind of up the shadows. Let's take the whites and bring them up. The blacks, kind of keep them where they're at, maybe +10, maybe a little bit lower. All right, now this is where I could kind of mess with the reds. All the reds are about to look nice. Right now, watch. See that? Ooh. All right. take our oranges, kind of bring that table up, but let's also make it more cherry oak.
It's easy to switch to 5 from the comfort.
Damn, these ads are like every 2 minutes. It's annoying. All right. I really want those buttons to come out and look nice. See if we can kind of texturize this to make it a little bit better. Not as much clarity, nah. I mean, it's definitely better. I mean, before, after, you know, you see a lot more of it. It's not as dark. Of course, I could have done that prior to even taking it, but I like it. Looks good. Approved. Now we gotta listen to another ad, but I'm just gonna turn that off until then. And I know these videos can be a little annoying, but I really hope that you're getting some value out of this. I'm going to be doing just a couple more photos. And let me check and see if there's any people that emailed me any photos that they want edited. And if not, it's okay, because I'm just starting this out. So, nope, no emails yet. No worries. It's okay. I'm not sad. Let's just hurry up and edit these last couple photos and get started. I'm gonna do some of the dog. Little Daisy. Right here. I'm about to make this photo look so good. Right here. So if you guys have pets, you want to edit your photo, watch this video. You won't probably use all these settings, but you will use enough to edit the video or photo to make it look a lot better. So let's get this going. Exposure. Bring it up. You want to see that dog's eyes. Contrast. You want to bring that backdrop. It just makes the darker things kind of darker. That's kind of like the most simplest way to explain it. Highlights. Kind of just bring them down. It's not really, actually it's just a 0. Let's not do anything. Shadows. You know, let's bring the shadows up a little bit. Yeah. Whites. Do we want her to seem bright, like she's looking at something that's bright? Do we want that? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Let's go straight to the pink, because that's what she's wearing. There we go. Let's bring that. Let's make this. Let's make it right here. Let's go with purple next because that's kind of what this categorizes under. Just want it to look a little bit better. All right. Let's really bring that up. Doesn't make this look so pink. All right. Let's go to the red. Actually, let's go to the orange. I think she's mainly orange. Oh yeah. Dogs texture is okay, but not like this. Look at, she looks old already, but she's not. Let's bring the clarity up a little bit too, just a hair. Dehaze just really helps that background, especially for outside photos. It looks so bomb. Might be a little bit too much. Let's
On your next video conference call, show
it's annoying.
style. Just make a quick trip to your local Salvation Army.
I love the Salvation Army, but it's loud. All right. We kind of want this dog's paws to show too, don't we? Just a little bit. Probably not then. Right there. Before, after. Before, after. And this is just how it is. This is how the photo is. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this quick little photo sesh. You know, it's okay that no one hopped on to send the emails for their photos. You could still do that right now. So next time I do this, I'll have those ready to go. So if you guys are interested in that, please make sure to stay tuned for the next live stream where I edit your photos in Lightroom. And I'll be doing a lot more of these here and there. Just depends, you know, how many times I want to edit. But I'm looking at just maybe like once a week or twice a week or something like that. I'll hop on here for about 20 minutes to an hour. It just depends on how busy I get. But I don't want to over talk or overdo anything. I just hope this was a great example if you're just starting out with Lightroom, or if you're just interested in editing your photos because you want it to go from this to this. And I think it's the best example. I'm going through puberty or something. It's the best example to use, and it's very easy settings, nothing crazy. So I will be having presets on my website soon, NiiceChris.com. If you guys want to check that out, I will have that link down below in the description if you want to check out some presets. They're probably not up right now, but if they are up right now, then go get them. And they're on a pretty good sale, and I don't really sell them for a whole lot anyway, so use it. But you have to have Lightroom. And the little disclaimer, you have to have Lightroom in order to download these and use them, I believe. That's what I was told. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But as of right now, I believe you need Lightroom. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope I bring you value. That's the goal. So thank you, and let's just enjoy some music and chill out.
On your next video conference call, show up in